Okay guys, I know this is a very special occasion because today we will ride the CBR954. Are you guys ready? I think I am. We'll see. There she is. Here's my 600, by the way. These two bikes have been roommates for the last couple of months. I don't know why I'm kind of nervous. I've ridden the bike around my driveway and stuff, testing out the brakes and everything before we got to this point. But I'm still a little nervous. I mean, this bike is still a little bit of an unknown. I mean, you guys got to admit, the bike does look good, though. Not a bad looking bike. Sorry for the heavy breathing. The battery's kind of crappy in it. I got to replace it. Alright, it's the battery. If I put a jump box on it, it fires up instant. I'm going to get a new battery for it. What's going on, everybody? HeroRR, and today we are going to be doing the very first ride on the CBR954 2002, and this is my FIREBLADE project. If you guys don't know, I bought the bike. It wasn't running. It had no fairings. It was just in really bad shape, and now look at it. It's running. It's going, and I know you guys, we're not going to talk. We're just going to ride. We're going to get right to it. Let's go. Oh, man. All right, so swinging over a leg. By the way, I do have a little vibration on the front. It's the windshield. If I hold it, it goes away. I don't know if I didn't mount it right or something, but it's making a really loud, annoying buzz. So if you hear that, that's the windshield. Anyway, sitting on the bike, it's not tall, actually, to my surprise. It's, I can flat-foot it, and even a slight bend to my knee. I mean, not too bad. And so the position, anyway. So I'm sitting on the bike. Back is pretty flat right now. If I lean over, it's not a far reach to these bars, guys. Clutch pull is nice and easy. Throttle's pretty good. Put it in gear, and we're just gonna kind of slowly take off. Oh man, I did ride the bike here, but I did not go further than 4,000 RPM, so I have no idea what the power is going to be like. I have no idea if it's going to be, I just checked to make sure it shifted and all that stuff. But yeah, the seating position is actually really comfortable. My back is almost flat like this. I mean, maybe a slight bend forward. The bars are actually pretty tall. If you guys have ever ridden an F4i or a 929, 954, obviously, then you know that these bikes are actually pretty dang comfortable. It's back when Honda actually made these reasonable street bikes. Now, the new ones nowadays, they're just terrible street bikes, but these ones were actually really good at being street bikes. And this is basically how I rode here, guys. I went like this the whole way, so I have not even ridden it yet. We're just gonna kind of fit a little bit. Oh man. That does have some friggin', that thing does have a little bit of a bite. Let's try it up here. Wow. It's so weird just being on this thing and thinking to myself that I took this bike from nothing to where it was just left for dead. It was scrap, and now look at it, dude. It's alive. Oh man. And the brakes work amazingly well. This front brake is, I mean, when you consider the age, 2002, thing just has plenty of bite. And the power's instant. The power's right when you need it, right there. 55 miles an hour. Oh man. Now, I've ridden faster bikes. I'm not going to say this is the fastest. I mean, the Ducati I rode the other day was a lot faster, and my friend, his 1000's quicker, but I mean, so far I haven't even redlined it. Alright, that's 90. That's 90 in like nothing, no time at all. I wasn't even full throttle, nothing. Holy smokes. Thing's pretty fast. It feels light and flickable. It has a good feel to it, man. Like, this bike, it just feels really good. I can't believe how comfortable it is, too. If you guys used to ride sport bikes in the early 2000s, and say you quit riding or you went to a different style of motorcycle, the sport bikes back then were so much more comfortable than they are now. I mean, I've ridden a couple from this era, and they, especially the Hondas, they're just so incredibly comfortable. I mean, I'm not bunched up, but I'm nice and forward at the same time. I feel directly in place of the bike, I feel very confident on this bike, which is so surprising when you think about the fact that this is a 150 horsepower motorcycle, somewhere around there, and you just feel kind of confident on it. I can't wait. Later I'm going to take it to the twisties in this video and show you guys how the handling is over there. I haven't tested it yet, but I can tell you right now, this is going to be a fun day. Oh man, this is going to be a real fun day. All the people who told me about these bikes, they would always tell me that they weren't that fast and everything like that. It's pretty quick. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, sure, compared to modern day sport bikes, it might not be as fast, but nothing slow about that. That's a fast bike. I could see why Honda had all those accolades for making this bike back then. Tell right now, it feels so light. This bike, and the leverage you get on the bars, feels so good. The mirrors aren't that great. They're a little vibraty, but they're not bad. They're better than like the Ducatis or something. I mean, these aren't the OEM mirrors. I put the OEM ones on. I bet it would be better. The seating position is awesome. I really like the seating position. That's probably my favorite thing about this bike right now, is just how I sit on it. The power delivery is instant right away. You got power all the way at the bottom, all the way to the top, and this has the flapper mod done, which supposedly drops some bottom end power, but jeez, it has more than enough even with the flapper mod, so that's not a problem in my opinion. This bike feels so good. I don't even know what to say. It's a good feeling bike. I feel so connected to it, and I feel, like I said, it's very upright, so I feel like I'm kind of upright on this bike. I don't feel like this would be an uncomfortable bike. The seat's pretty comfortable, the bars are comfortable, the ergonomics with the pegs, you got tons of leg room, you know, for a sport bike, of course. This is a bike that I think a lot of people would enjoy riding. A lot, if not everybody. I mean, this bike, it's hard to beat this bike in terms of just total value of what it is. This is such a sweet motorcycle. You guys like my house? Pretty sweet, huh? Pretty expensive looking. No. Oh man, I wish I could live in this area. Look at that house, man. 3-car garage. I would go wild there, man. There'd be so many bike builds. No traction control, nothing. This bike is just, your traction control is your wrist. That's it. All the traction control is right in your hand. This bike, it's you taming the machine, but the power delivery, the sound is amazing. It's not even loud, which is a surprise. I thought it would be loud. The exhaust is actually quite muted. Man, this bike is cool. I just want to ride it all day. What the hell? I didn't expect that. Right at 6,000 RPM, it was just like, I don't know, it just caught. That was crazy. And there was still more. I'm still not even full throttling it or anything. Oh shit, hang on. And then the brakes slow us down. Whew. Oh, found neutral. Oh man. Alright guys, I'm gonna head back, get some gear, and I'm gonna go ahead and meet up with my friend, and we're gonna hit the twisties on this bike. We're gonna test the handling and get some speed. So I'll see you guys in a minute. There's gonna be a little transition here. Alright, you ready? First ride? We'll go through the forest. Yeah, the power's actually pretty smooth. Oh my god, I just did 50 right there. Is that right? Oh, I can't wait to get to the twisties. Proper way to first ride this bike is taking it to the twisties. Thing has some pretty good power, dude. I mean, for such an old bike, it has a lot. 2002, like, think about that. That was a long time ago. And it still holds up. Yeah, the only thing I trust about this trunk is that it will open. Alright, proper project bike status, zip ties. I can't wait to hit the twisties. Right through what, this? I'm not gonna let it close all the way. All right, finally. I'm barely getting on it, dude. It has so much more. This feels like a good, like, highway bike, honestly. And you know what the crazy thing about this bike, too, dude, is that it's so comfortable. Like, which is crazy. It's a super sport, but the FIREBLADEs or all super sports from Honda during this era were just really comfortable. Other than the RC51, that thing is just... It feels good, though. It feels very familiar, which, I mean, it should. It's a Honda. Quite happy with it so far. Other than the trunk and the battery, it seems pretty good. Oh man, I love this handling though. This handles really good. These people are ridiculously slow. I want to pass more than anything in my life. Oh, thank God. It's easy to ride fast, honestly. This thing will make you lazy because it has power on tap and it handles so good. It's so light. It's like a bike that has no what do they call it? Compromises. I mean, it's comfortable. It's a really good all-around bike, I think, from the short time I've ridden it. One more loop. It's crazy how quickly this thing gets to 80 miles an hour. The mirrors on this bike are totally useless. They're just the cheap $18 Amazon mirrors. I probably should have spent a little bit more and got something that doesn't vibrate quite as much, but... I mean, I forget what the wet weight of it is. I think it's like 430 something odd pounds or something close to that. Like, when you think about that, dude, that was almost as light as the 600s back then. Yeah, the Panigales are light because they're V-twins or L-twins or whatever you want to call them. Careful, the sand on the last corner. Well, I guess technically not the last corner. Yeah. This thing is crazy. It's awesome. Quick 100. I mean, just that power you get, it builds so quick. So linear. And that's with the flapper removed, which is supposed to like actually make the power worse. It's just a lazy bike. Like, you'll be going in the corner, and usually you gotta kind of search for the power a little bit with my 600, but with this thing, it's just give it some throttle and you're just right in the power band. And I mean, it's not quite as refined as like your bike, obviously, especially with the changes that I made to it. You don't have a stop sign, stupid. Yeah, it turns out this bike's actually pretty fast. Pretty quick for $500, hard to go faster. And you said it's quiet too. Yeah, it doesn't seem very loud. Alright, Matt, you want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
Let me know what you think. This thing freaking barks, dude. Jeez. Yeah, I could tell though with your bike being a more modern 1000, it just, I don't have to use any throttle on your bike. On that bike I was using the throttle, playing with it. Your bike though, like quarter turn throttle is all you need. Yeah, this is like a whole different level of power. Nice trunk. Let me know if somebody comes. Yep. Get a rolling shot. I got it. I could jump it right. Does he want to? Yeah, leave that bike running, Matt. Hopefully it's enough to jump it.
She brought her Prius and it didn't have enough.
Oh, man.
Oh, here she comes right here.
Oh, there she is. All right.
Yeah. All right, take it.
Yeah. I know, I was kind of excited to help him out. Oh man, this thing does feel raw. Just when you look down and see all the wiring and... Dude, I feel so... You're right, I feel so close to the bars, especially after jumping off of yours and back on this. I think this is a more comfortable bike.
Well, I guess that's it. This is pretty much the end of the CBR954 FIREBLADE project. I really enjoyed making this series, and I really like the FIREBLADE. Although I'm not 100% sure I want to keep the FIREBLADE or not. I just think it's a little bit too much for what I need. I don't really need a 1000cc bike or 954cc bike. I still think the 600, and also I have the RC51. I really don't need 3 sport bikes, especially 2 big ones like the RC51 and the CBR954. But part of me thinks that I'll keep it for a few months and ride it around and enjoy it, make a few more videos on it. and another part of me just wants to sell it and use that money to get another project bike. Anyway, I have all winter to decide what I want to do, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.
Sick news for your little arrows out. Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the plans of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look